Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, no matter where you are. Thank you for watching. Before we go any further, make sure you hit that subscribe button and like this video. Today's more of a morning rant than anything. You know, back about 10 years ago, maybe a little further, a bunch of pastors and churches and Christians started going to this thing about, I'm not religious. And then they would get in these goofy arguments with people where people say, oh, you're religious. And then they would say, no, I'm not religious. I've got a relationship. Okay, this was the most confusing thing that the church has ever done, because nobody cares if you say you have a relationship versus you have a religion. If you're a Christian, you are religious, okay? If you're part of a religion, which is what Christianity is, and you're not a cultist, you're part of a religion. So when you do this, and then people come out of the woodwork saying, oh, I'm not religious, all it does is, one, it makes you look pretentious, and it doesn't sell Christianity to anybody. It's not a good selling point. So you have to be careful. Please don't say I'm not religious. It's the dopiest thing. Okay, so I have a background in marketing. In marketing, you never want to confuse the person you're trying to sell your product to. And that's all this did. Is it really, people at home, I'm starting a conversation. No, you're not. You're just confusing things, because people, you would have to retrain everybody to think that way, and not everybody's going to think that way, so it didn't make sense. Please don't say you're not religious. You are religious. If you're a Christian, you're religious. It's a religion. Now, the problem that people run into is they equate religion to legalism. Now, there's two very different things taking place here. There's religion, and then there's legalism. Legalism is wrong. That's what Jesus was upset about with the Pharisees and the scribes and all these people, and the Sadducees, because what happened was these people were so caught up with the law that they didn't have the relationship. That was the problem. So it was the legalism that was the problem. Legalism, not religion. Okay? Because you got to remember, later in the Bible it says true religion is this, that we look after the orphan and the widow. So obviously the Bible is not upset with the term religion. That's a modern new age Christian thing that we're all trying to get around and do. Okay? Legalism is a problem. Conservatism is not a problem, okay? If you're a conservative Christian, good. But that is very different than being legalistic. Legalistic means that you follow laws, and sometimes you may even make up rules just so that you can get your own point across and try to look more sanctified than somebody else. Conservatism, I struggle with that word. That is something where you take the Bible and you say, I'm going to hold to what the Bible says, and it may offend people, but I'm going to hold to it. That's actually the way we're supposed to be. And if you read through some of Paul's writings and some other books in the New Testament, you see that that's actually how we're supposed to live. And so you have this this dumb idea in the modern church that the culture affects the gospel, and it doesn't. The gospel should affect the culture. And so that's why conservatism is so powerful, because it says the culture is not going to impact my faith. My faith will impact the culture, or at least my immediate culture, my immediate world, my, wherever I live, my environment. Legalism says I'm going to change everything, and everybody needs to do what I do, or else you're out the door. So there is like three different things going on here. There's religion, which is actually scriptural. You are religious if you're a Christian. And again, the Bible says that true religion is this. So we know that being religious is not a horrible thing. And then you have legalism, which is where you make up your own rules. And then you have conservatism, where you literally just do what the Bible says, and that's the right thing. So those are the three things. Again, please don't start making up jargon that's confusing to people. Our goal to win souls is to simply show them Jesus. We don't need to come up with, fancy terms and goofy things like that so that people think they want to be a Christian. I'd actually like to see if there is anybody who actually became a Christian during that time. I got this wonderful sun flare, so hopefully you can still see me. But I'd be interested to see if anybody actually became a Christian during that time period. I doubt that anybody did. So that's my little morning, you can call it a rant, whatever, but my short message today. And again, it's not to say anybody's like horrible for doing these things. There was pastors running around saying, I'm not religious. And so then the people in the church started doing it because it was the cool thing to do that their awesome pastor was doing. And it was a waste of time. Love Jesus, love people. That's what you're supposed to do. All right, be blessed, and I will talk to you later.